You can copy this question. This is the 29th question in your PDF. We had solved similar type of problem last class. It was iso right and iso left problems which we had solved. So we have solved iso right problems, 3 iso right problems, and this is the one which is iso left. Okay, a sketch will be given to you. The orthographic sketch is given to you. The following figure shows the front and the side view of the solid. So this will be the front view. Okay, he has given you a front view and there's a side view. Okay, you can see this comparing the front and the side view. So we can see clearly say that we have a square slab. So the length of the square slab is 70. This height is also 70. You can see it in the front view. Okay, it will be 70. Then what about the thickness of the square slab? The thickness of the square slab can be seen in your front view. So this is the one. Fine. See, in previous problem which we had solved, okay, front view was here and the right, we had given you the left side view. But in this problem, the front view and the right side view, when a person is looking from this side, okay, when an observer is looking from this side, whatever the view you can see here, it is being projected here. That is, right side view will be projected in your left side plane. The plane is left side, but the view is right side. Okay, so this is being projected on a square prism. Okay, the square prism side is 70, and the thickness is 30. Okay, there is another projection which is coming out, that is a cylindrical projection. This one, this is a square prism. Okay, this length he has given you as 70 and the height he has given you as 70. Fine. And the thickness, check the thickness. Thickness can be seen in the front view. Thickness he has given you as 30. Fine. From this square slab, a projection cylinder is being projected whose diameter is 35. The cylinder diameter is given you as 35. Fine. Okay, you can see both in the front view and the side view. And what is the length of the cylinder? The length of the cylinder he has given you as 40. Okay, the total length of the cylinder from this point to this point he has given you as 40. We will draw this. This is iso left. The last 3 problems which I had solved is iso right. Okay. First we'll draw the square slab. The length of the square slab he has given you is 70, 70. So first draw x1, xy line. Draw the xy line. Fine, from any one particular point. Fine. What about thickness? Thickness he has given you as 30. Fine. We'll draw the thickness later. First we'll draw the height. So from this point, the total length he has given you is 7 boxes. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. The height is 7 and the width is also 7 mm. He has given you. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Again, the height will be 7 boxes. Okay, and the width is 7. So finally it will be 7, 7, 7, 7. And thickness, what he has given you, the thickness he has given you as 30. So it will be 3 boxes from all the 4 corners. It will be 1, 2, 3, 3 boxes, 3 boxes, 3 boxes. I think these 3 lines are enough. Okay, and finally I'll join this. You got the square prism of side how much? 70, 70, 70. Okay, this is what we have drawn. Okay, the first portion is done. And circle. Okay, see, remember the diameter of the circle he has given you as 35. Okay, it should come exactly in the middle portion. So what I'll do is, first I'm supposed to find the midpoint of this. So total it is 70, it will be 35, 3.5 box. It will be 3.5 box. Okay, in the top it will be 1, 2, 3.5 box. Join it and find the midpoint. Here also you find out 3.5 box, that is 1, 2, 3.5, and draw a perpendicular line. So this will be your midpoint. You just need the midpoint. Okay. At this midpoint, we are supposed to draw a box. Okay, we are supposed to draw a box. So the box will be like this. Okay, at this point, I'm supposed to draw a box like this. Okay, that will be a square box of 35, 35, 35, and 35. So you have found the midpoint. This is the midpoint. See, that is nothing but this one. Okay. So this box has to come here. Okay, in the middle of this. If the total length is 35, half of that you're supposed to take. Fine. From this point, you're supposed to take half. That will be how much? So you're supposed to take half. So this sketch, I'm supposed to draw it here. So what you do is you're supposed to take 17.5 above and 17.5 below. Okay. So remember, so this total length, I'm supposed to get 35. If I want to get this total length as 35, from this point to this point, it will be 17.5. And from this point to this point, it will be 17.5. Similarly, from this point to this point, it will be 17.5, 17.5. Okay. The other thing which you can do is, so the total length is 70. Okay. So you can do, what you can do is you can leave 17.5 on the either side, so that finally you'll be getting 35. Okay, that also you can do. Otherwise, you can follow this method. Approximately 17.5 you take in your compass. Okay, measure 17.5. So this total length will be 20. Okay, we have 15, and in between you take 17.5. You can take it this approximately. Fine, I'm repeating this. The total length here we have 20. You take 15, and in middle of that, so you'll be getting 17.5. Okay, so from this compass you cut an arc on all the four sides. Fine, so this total length will become 35. Okay, so now what I'll be doing is, at this point I'll be drawing a parallel line to one of its side. Again, at this point you draw a parallel line to the left side. So again, at this point I'll be drawing another parallel line. The last point I'll be drawing one more parallel line. Fine, you got this box. Okay, so once you get this box, so it is easy for us to draw the circle. Okay, in the last class I told you how to draw. So it will be from this corner to the opposite midpoint. You'll be drawing a line from this corner to the opposite midpoint, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, again from this corner to the opposite midpoint. Okay, and this will be your first curve, second, third, and fourth curve. Okay, now from this point to the opposite midpoint, I'll be joining it. Again, from this point to the opposite midpoint. Okay, from this point to the opposite midpoint, it will be a straight line. Okay, this will be a straight line. Again, from this point to the opposite midpoint. Okay, with the help of your compass, measure this length and draw the first curve and the second arc using this as a midpoint. For the third arc, you know that this will be the midpoint for the third arc, and this will be the midpoint for the fourth arc. So keeping this as a midpoint and the radius, draw the third arc. Again here, this will be the fourth arc. Draw it carefully. Fine. We have done the ellipse portion. That is nothing but the cylinder part we have completed. That is this one. Okay. The total length of the cylinder he has given you as 40. So now we are supposed to draw an extension line, the length of the cylinder, that is 4 boxes from 1, 2, 3, 4. From all these 4 corners, I'm supposed to draw the length okay. So when you're drawing this, see that the scale should be parallel to your 30-degree line. 1. These two lines will get coincided. Okay, these two lines will get coincided. So now what is the length of the cylinder? That length of the cylinder is 40. Okay, measure 40 and cut an arc from all the 4 corners. And finally join this. So you got another box. Okay. So after completing this, so you have to construct another ellipse, okay, at a length of 40. Fine. So now what I'll be doing, I'll repeat the same procedure what I did here. Okay, concentrate. Erase the lines whichever comes inside this front square box. So totally you will be getting 35, 35, 35, 35. The same procedure whatever you followed here. Okay, what are the procedure you followed here? From one of the corner to the opposite midpoint. So this will be a midpoint. Corner to the opposite midpoint, again corner. And this will be the midpoint for the similarly this corner to the opposite midpoint. So this corner to the opposite midpoint. So this midpoint you can take from this reference. Okay, this was the first midpoint for this line, and this was the second midpoint, third, and the fourth midpoint. After drawing this square, okay, what you can do is from this point, okay, you can keep your scale parallel to the 30-degree line, so you get the midpoint of this side. Similarly, you can keep your pencil here and draw a midpoint for this side. It will be a parallel. Okay. Similarly, you will be getting 4 midpoints of 4 sides, and the procedure is same. Measure this length and draw the first arc. From this corner, you'll be drawing the second arc, and this will be the midpoint for the third arc. And this will be the midpoint for the fourth arc. draw it carefully. Fine. Now you're supposed to join these ellipse using a tangent. So what I'll do is I'll start moving the scale with respect to this 30-degree line. So I'll start moving it and it touches the extreme ends of two ellipse, join it. And similarly, again you start moving your scale parallel to your 30-degree line, okay, towards your bottom and join this. Okay. Fine. Don't erase the construction lines. Let it be there. Okay. So that it will be easy for you to study during the final exam. Create in your PDF. We have a cone. Okay. We have a cone whose base diameter is 60. So that means we have cone of base diameter 60 and the height of the cone he has given you as 50. This is the height of the cone. He has given you as 50 mm. Okay, it is placed centrally on top of frustum of square pyramid. Okay, I told you what is the meaning of frustum. We had solved 2 to 3 problems on the frustum of square pyramid, frustum of pentagon, and frustum of hexagon pyramids. So we have a pyramid like this. This is a square pyramid. Okay. He has told it is a frustum of a square pyramid. That means this square pyramid is cut at some particular height. Okay, this is the frustum of a square pyramid. This top portion won't be there. On this, he has placed this cone. Okay, so it is placed on a top of frustum of a square pyramid whose base is 100. That means this is 100, 100, 100, and 100. Okay, and the top you have 60. That means this side 60, 60, 60, and 60 has given you. What is the height he has given you? See the height. Okay, this height is very, very less, which he has given you. So that means this height is just 20. This height is just 20. On this, he has placed this cone whose base length is 60. Already we have 60, 60, 60. So on this, we are just supposed to draw a cone. That's all. The cone you'll be supposed to draw, which will be obviously the length of this base of the cone, which is 60 given to us. And from this point, we will raise a height of how much? 50 and finally join this. Okay, but drawing this portion, okay, it will be a bit tricky. Since the base length he has given you is 100, it can be drawn. From the midpoint, you're supposed to raise a height of 20 mm. At the height of 20 mm, you're supposed to draw one more square of how much? 60, 60. Fine. I'll show you how to draw. So first I'll be drawing the XY line. The base of the square pyramid he has given you is 100. So it will be 10 boxes on either side. 6, 8, 9, 10. Fine. After this, find the midpoint of this one. The midpoint will be here. Now remember, we have drawn the base of 100, 100 like this. Now we are supposed to draw the top, which he has given you as 60, 60. So this total will be 100. First, what you do is you find the midpoint. Okay, the height of the prism, okay, the height of the frustum of the square pyramid he has given you as 20. So now what we are supposed to do here is, from this point, the height, it's just 20, which he has given you. Fine. At this point, we are supposed to get this O. Okay, I'm repeating this. From the midpoint, you're supposed to raise a height of 20. So that will be your point O. So finally, this portion, we are supposed to place it at the point O. Okay, so this is the total height which he has given you, 20. Now what I'll do is, if this point has to come here, the distance between this point, let this be A, B, C, and D. The distance between O to A will be 30 and O to C will be 30. So what I'll be doing, from the point O to downwards, okay, towards down, I have to take 30 mm. This will be a point A. Similarly, from the point O to C, it is 3 boxes above. 3 boxes above. So this will be a point C. Okay. At the point O, you'll be drawing perpendicular line, okay, for AC. Now that's all. From the point A to B, what is the length? It should be how much? 6 boxes. So it will be, in the compass, you'll be taking a total length of 6 boxes and you'll cut on either side. Therefore, this will become 6, 6, 6, and 6. Okay. I'll repeat this. First, you have 100, 100, 100, and 100. Okay, this will be 100 on 4 sides. Okay, the height, okay, of the fractional pyramid, square pyramid is given you only 20. This is the height which he has given you. So at this portion, I'm supposed to place this. What I'll be doing is, from this point, 30 mm down, the 3 boxes down and 3 boxes above, and you draw a perpendicular line for this. Again, this will be 6 boxes, 6, 6, and 6. That is what I'll be drawing it here on the grid sheet. Okay. First, you mention the height. Okay, that is 2 boxes above. So that will be 2 boxes above. So this will be the height of the frustum of the square pyramid given to us. This will be 20. Now at this point, what I'll be doing, okay, I'm supposed to draw 10. That is, from this point, imagine this is the point O. Okay, from this point, 3 boxes down, similar to this. So it will be, this is the point O. From this point, 3 boxes down and 3 boxes above. Fine. So what I'll be doing is, from this point, again 3 boxes will come down. Again 3 boxes will go top. 3 boxes will come down and 3 boxes above. It will touch this point, one of the corner of the 100 mm. Hello. Hello.
Amrish.
Yeah, tell me, man.
Mr. Amrish. You continue, sir. You continue, sir. You will not touch.
Okay. See, from this point O, 3 boxes down, 3 boxes above. Okay, it will touch one of the corner of your base of your frustum of pentagon pyramid. Again, at the point O, you'll be drawing a perpendicular line. Okay. Now you measure totally how much? 6 boxes and cut on either side. You cut on either side. So exactly it will touch this point. Okay. And after that, just join it. And finally, this point. See, we have completed the frustum of the square pyramid. So this was the frustum of the square pyramid. So there was a pyramid like this. Okay, what he has done is this pyramid. Okay, he has cut. So finally, what will happen? You'll be getting this pyramid like this. So when you extend this, okay, this is the first term of the square pyramid. Here we have 100, the top we had 60, but the height he has given you only 20. That is what we have drawn here. Fine. Above this, we are supposed to place a cone. So the cone base diameter is 60, height is 50. So already we have a length of how much? 60. Okay. In this, easily we can draw a base of the circle. Okay. You know the procedure. From this corner to the opposite midpoint, corner to the opposite midpoint, the opposite corner, the opposite midpoint, corner to the opposite midpoint. Okay. I'm drawing the cone whose base diameter is 60. First arc, second arc, third one, and finally the fourth arc. Okay, we have done the base portion of your cone. What is the height? The height he has given you as 50. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the midpoint of this one, the height he has given you as 50. And finally, draw a tangent for your ellipse. Okay, any doubt? The 35th problem in your PDF. Pentagon pyramid. So whenever we are solving pentagon or hexagon, you know that we are supposed to draw a separate sketch for that. Okay, that will be, we'll be drawing a pentagon or a hexagon and we'll be placing it in a rectangular box, and those dimensions will be transferred to your isometric grid sheet. Okay, in a similar manner, so in this problem we have a pentagon pyramid. What is the side of the pentagon pyramid? The pentagon pyramid is like this. This is a pentagon pyramid. Fine. The pentagon pyramid of side 25. The side of the pentagon pyramid is given as 25, and the height. This is the height which is given you. The height is given you as 65. Is centrally placed on rectangular slab. So rectangle slab, you know how to draw a rectangle slab. It is very easy. It is, what is the length which he has given you? 100 into 60 into 20. So let this be 100 and this will be 60. And the height he has given you as 20. This will be 100. This will be 60. And the height he has given you as 20. This is the solution. Okay, we'll be solving this problem. To start with this, okay, first we are supposed to draw a pentagon of side 25 using isometric length. Okay, measure 25 with the help of your compass. That is ISO 25. You'll be measuring it. construct this pentagon. We'll first construct the pentagon of length how much? ISO 25. What is the angle? It will be 72. So you are constructing this pentagon using your isometric length. So okay, this is ISO 25. Cut an arc and construct the pentagon. Okay, after constructing this, place it in a rectangle box. Fine. And you know how to find the midpoint of this. Okay, first what you'll be drawing from this corner, you draw a perpendicular line. Okay, now you have cut this portion into two equal halves. The 25 has been cut into two equal halves. Now measure this half of the length. Okay, from on any of this side, you can divide this side into two equal halves. And finally, from this corner to the opposite midpoint, join it. Okay, now you will be getting the midpoint of this pentagon. Mark the points. The four corners of your rectangle, let this be A, B, C, and D. Okay, and you know that this length is nothing but your isometric 25. Let this be point O, and let this be point X. And the five corners, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we have constructed the pentagon using the isometric length. Now the slab. Okay, the rectangle slab is easy to draw. We'll draw the rectangle slab first. It is 100 into 60 into 20. So the length is given is 100. There is 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. The breadth is given as 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The length is again 100 and the breadth is 60. What about the thickness? Thickness is given as 20. From all the four corners, raise a height of 20 and join the top. Okay, done. Now erase the lines whichever comes inside the top of the slab so that we can draw the pentagon in the middle of it. Fine. Now I'm supposed to draw this pentagon in the middle of the top of your rectangle slab. Find the midpoint of the rectangle slab first. The total length is 100. Okay. So this will be the midpoint. Okay, so this at this midpoint, the O has to be drawn. So this O has to come here. So we'll mark this point as O. Now what you'll be doing is, you have to measure the length from O to 2, measure from O to 2, okay, and cut on this side. So this will be a point number 2, and measure the distance from O to X. Okay, O to X, cut on the opposite side, and finally this will be point X. Okay, now you got the point 2 and you got the point X. At the point 2, you're supposed to get C and B. At the point X, you're supposed to get D and A. So you know that you'll be drawing a parallel line to 60 mm side at the point 2. Okay, keep your scale like this and start moving it until it reaches the point number 2. At the point number 2, you draw a parallel line to your 60 mm length. Similarly, at the point X, you'll be drawing parallel line to your 60 mm side. Fine, that's all. So you have to get the length from 2 to C, 2 to B. And you know that from 2 to C, 2 to B, and X to A and X to D, all these lengths will be same. I'll measure any one of the length. That is X to D, I'll measure. This will be X to D, and this will be X to A, and this will be 2 to B, and 2 to C. So this is your point C, B, A, and D. Join it. Okay. Then you're supposed to get the 5 corners. So I told you in the last class when we have solved pentagon problems, so you can measure from the point number A to 1. Okay, measure from the point number A to 1. Okay, and you cut an arc. This will be a point number 1. And already we have the point number 2. Okay, so and A to 1 and D to 3 will be same. So this will be a point number 3. Measure from A to 5. And I told you we cannot transfer the cross lengths. That is from the point number 3 to point number 4, you cannot measure and you cannot cut. Okay, the cross lengths cannot be transferred. Okay, it should be a vertical length or the horizontal length which you can transfer. So let it be from the point number 1, from point number A to 5. Measure from point number A to 5. Okay, and 4 to D. These two lengths will be same. A to 5 and D to 4. So you got the points, join it. Fine, we got the isometric view of this pentagon. Fine, what is the height he has given you? The height he has given you as 65. The total height he has given you 65. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Okay, this total height is 65 and join all the 5 corners. Okay, this is the final solution.